Hello, hello. Happy Thursday, everybody. How are you all? Hope you're doing good. I am popping on here because, yeah, it's what I do. Guys, I did a live last week making some snacks with peanut butter, and I was talking about making my own peanut butter at home. It is something I do all the time. It's the peanut butter that we use here because there's 2 simple ingredients and 3 if you like salt, okay? So stick with me, guys. We're gonna make some peanut butter and I'm gonna show you how absolutely simple it is. But first of all, if you're getting on here with me live, if you can see a red live in that corner, just type live in the comments and let me know where you're watching from. If you're catching me later on, it'll say was live up there, which just means you're catching the replay, and that's wonderful. I love everybody who takes time out of their day to listen to me be on my soapbox or be a little crazy or whatever I've got going on. But type replay in the comments. Let me know where you're watching from. Guys, I do have a group on Facebook. It's a private group because, all those people who send you those weird things or leave those weird comments on your Facebook page, I just don't want them in there. So, but anybody is welcome to join that's not a bot or whatever. It's called Diabetic Eats with Jan and Dave. And I started that group quite some time ago. Just sharing recipes, ideas, all kinds of great things for a healthier lifestyle. It's called Diabetic Eats with Jan and Dave because Dave is diabetic and he struggled with numbers. And once we found things that helped us, which include our daily duos, guys, they are amazing, life-changing even. Hey, awesome, Stephanie. That is awesome. Hi, Danny. Hey, Jennifer. Julie. Guys, thanks for tuning in. So like I was saying, though, I love sharing this kind of stuff because I know where it's like to be like you feel like the world's caving in on you and you don't know which way to turn. So the duos helped us with our mindset and balancing our hormones out, and also then we could do our low carb lifestyle. Now I do share about how we count carbs and those types of things, guys. So if you're interested in something like that, drop group in the comments. I'll get you a link that you can tap and join up with the rest of us. And I hope you enjoy it like I enjoy sharing in it, okay? But tonight I'm making peanut butter. Like I said, I had a lot of people asking me, I don't know, it was one day last week. I did a live and I was making something with peanut butter in it, and I talked about how I make my own, and I asked people, if you wanted me to make peanut butter, I can certainly show you how. And my jar is empty in the refrigerator or near empty, so it's time to make more peanut butter. So like I was saying, guys, really, really simple. You need 2 things, okay? Peanuts. I use dry roasted. If you don't have a roasted type nut. Now you can use any type of nut. If you don't want peanuts, you could use, hazelnuts would work, walnuts would work. I've never made sunflowers, but I have made some of the other stuff. Hey, Debbie. Hey, Kale. The thing is that you want to roast the nuts first. That's why I buy dry roasted, because then I don't have that extra step, okay? But it doesn't take much in the oven to roast them if you want to roast them, okay? So, peanuts and olive oil. That is it, okay? And, of course, you need a blender. Now, I have a Ninja, guys, but I used to make this years ago in just my regular old blender. I mean, the one we got when we were married, like over 40 years ago. It will work. It takes a little longer, but that one is no longer with us. So... yeah, so I use this. It's great. And really this is all you got to do, guys. Take your peanuts, open them up. Now, if you like crunchy peanut butter, you can make crunchy, okay? And I'll show you how to do that. I like creamy, so I just dump it all in. If you want crunchy, save back a few, okay? Save those back and put them in right at the end, and don't blend it till it's smooth, and you should get crunchy peanut butter, okay? I'm gonna put my whole jar in. I like creamy. So that's it so far. Put the lid on, and I'm gonna take you guys over here with what we're doing. Hi, Ina. So I'm just gonna put this on my blender. Whoopsie. And I'm gonna, oh my gosh, it's got suction cups and it drives me nuts. I'm gonna turn it on. I want to puree this, okay? So that's where I set this. Now I would say a high on any other regular blender or anything like this. I'm gonna walk away from this. I'm gonna go ahead and start it, but I'm gonna show you guys before I walk away and talk here just what we're doing. Okay, so I'm just gonna let that go for a little bit. Okay, and I'm gonna talk about this. Mine timers at 75 seconds. I don't really know why. I think I can use a manual, but I know about how many times it takes at the 75 seconds. So it's just over there spinning, okay? And it's breaking that down. And after a little bit, you're gonna notice that it looks like it's not doing anything. It's just, it almost gets, those peanuts are breaking down, but they're releasing their own oils, and it's going to get kind of clumpy. Okay, so I just kind of stand back and watch it. Hi, Nancy. I just kind of stand back and watch it. Now, like I said, if you guys like salt in your peanut butter, you can use a little bit of sea salt. I do not add salt. I'm just going to add a little bit of olive oil to it just to make it a little smoother. Give it a little bit more oil, okay? Now, I'm going to take you over here and you can see this. This is really clumpy, lumpy looking. So I'm just going to start it up again, okay? Now, as I'm standing here watching it, okay? I got something under my stand. As I'm standing here watching it, it's going to probably stop spinning in a little bit, and it's going to look like it's standing still, and maybe it won't. Because I said that, it probably won't. But guys, I'm making peanut butter, if anybody wants to know. I'm sorry for the noise, but I have to have this. So we're making homemade peanut butter, guys. If you buy peanut butter in the store, the oils that are in that, a lot of times are inflammatory oils. So I like olive oil, and I always use extra virgin because it is, in my opinion, the best, okay? It's the least processed. Okay, you can start to see how it looks like it's not moving much. It's throwing things around, and it's about done with the second time around. So that's usually when I step over here, and I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil in it. I'm just going to shut it off so I can show you guys without having all the noise. So I just dump, and I am a dumper, okay? Probably a tablespoon. I'm going to guess a tablespoon of what I want in there. And then I'm going to put this back in. I'm going to start it back up. And that olive oil is going to make it go again. And you can see it's mixing it in. It's getting smooth down here, so it's working all of this in. And like I said, guys, you don't have to have the Ninja. I have used a regular blender, just any old blender. Any blender will do. These, I think, work a little faster because they've got a little bit more power behind them. Now, something else that I do is, now once this is getting smooth, you can see this, it's still moving. All that stuff is moving around there, but I'm going to stop it because typically it throws some of the nuts up on the sides. So I'm going to remove the top, scrape all the pieces of peanut butter down in there, kind of scrape my sides, and this is when I kind of check. Okay, it's pretty dry. I'll take it out here and show you. It's pretty dry looking. You can see that it's got a lot of stuff. So I'm going to add a little bit more oil. probably another tablespoon. And I'm going to tell you guys, it kind of is your personal preference, how smooth you want it, how liquidy you want it. I like good, I don't like crunchy peanut butter, but I like stiff, okay? If that makes sense. That's part of the reason I make my own, because the natural ones that you get at the store, they get that oil that comes up on the top. And I don't like to have to stir that in every time. And if I make my own at home, that doesn't happen, okay? So I like to do it this way. And you know, guys, it's so simple, so easy. And so many times, that's really the way it is with our low-carb lifestyle. We feel like I don't have time, or I don't want to take the time, or whatever. Hi, Robin. So we don't put in the effort to make things at home. And that's where I feel like, this is my personal opinion, I feel like that's where our health issues come from. Because some of the things that they use to put in the stuff that we buy pre-made for convenience that we could make at home has some questionable things in it, okay? So I'm going to show you guys. This is really going now. Whoops, yeah, it's done. But it's getting just about to where I want it. But here again, guys, I tell you guys this all the time. This is the beauty of making things at home. You get to have what you want. So this is what I've got now. This is a creamier, and this will set up. This gets pretty warm, I'm not going to lie. This will set up when I put it in. Hi, Linda, how are ya? This will set up. It'll become more firm and spreadable when I put it in my jar in the fridge, okay? And I'll show you. My jar is about empty. I've got to run downstairs and grab one, but I just have a regular mason jar. This is a pint. That container of peanuts is a 16-ounce container. So this container of dry roasted peanuts, like I said, and like right now, probably if you wanted to make it creamy, you would, and see there again, or crunchy, I mean, you would just put those in and just maybe pulse it a few times. Get the chunks down to where you want them. You know, do you want big chunks? Do you want little chunks? Whatever you want. I don't eat crunchy, so I'm sorry, I'm not going to show you how to do that. I probably could and then go ahead and wind it on in. Maybe I'll do that if I ever do this again. But super simple, guys, super easy. Scrape down the sides, and you know, this keeps it, I keep it in my refrigerator. I know you don't have to keep regular peanut butter in the refrigerator. I just always keep mine in the fridge. I don't know. It's me. It's a me thing. I feel like it's better if it comes out of the refrigerator. Whatever. That's what I do with it. So, and then, you know, I love this for snacks. One jar of this will last me several weeks, and it does stay. I never have an issue with it keeping in the fridge. You know, this one's probably been in there close to a month. I don't have any issues with it keeping. It's great. So, and I use it in my baking or cooking, whatever. Every now and then I'll make Reese's peanut butter cups, or not Reese's peanut butter cups, but you know what I mean, peanut butter cups. I made some great protein balls that we took with us last weekend when we traveled, and just so many ways that this is good. And you don't get all the additives, the preservatives, and the inflammatory oils that they use. That's the big thing. And I talk about all this stuff, guys, in my group, Diabetic Eats with Jan and Dave. How inflammation comes from what we put into our bodies. And when your body's inflamed, it doesn't work right. Not at all, okay? A lot of things happen with inflammation. So And like I said, guys, these are things I share in the group, Diabetic Eats with Jan and Dave. I'd love to have you join us over there. If you'd like to join and you're not in there, drop group in the comments. I'll get you a link to join. If you are in there, I'd love it if you would invite your friends and family. One more thing too is if you're making any of my recipes, please let me know that you're making them. Hi, Carol. I want people to post in there. It's not just for me, it's for everybody. And maybe you're making something, even though it is my recipe and you made it just like it. I want to know. Share it with us. Share it with everybody. Let people know that you enjoyed it too. So that's part of the whole group. I want it to be as homey feeling as possible. So anyway, guys, I need to get on out of here. Like I said, if you need information on the duos, you can drop duos in the comments. I will get back to you. If anybody ever gets on here and listens and you have a testimonial with using my duos and you feel like dropping a testimonial in the comments so other people can see how much you love them, not just me, I'd truly appreciate that. So I'm going to buzz on out of here, guys. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday. We're headed uptown a little later. Hi, Debbie. The festival for the community, the Czech Festival is this weekend. And my grandson dances in the beer garden tonight. So we are headed to the beer garden a little later tonight. I won't be drinking at all. I have to work tomorrow morning. So anyway, but we're headed that direction. If you're coming to this wonderful community this weekend, look me up. We'll chat, okay? So I'm going to get out of here. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and I hope it's fantastic. And just remember, guys, smile. Pass that smile on. We'll chat later. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Bye.